Houston, Texas, what up?
What up?
What up?
What up?
What up?
What up?
Hey, tell them boys to shut up.
Shut up!
Shut up.
Shut up!
Shut up.
Shut up!
Hey, tell them boys we here.
We here!
We here.
We here!
We here.
We here!
Hey, it's everybody, it's all you.
All you.
It's all you.
It's all you.
It's all you.
It's all you.
We right now. We right now.
What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the Good Old Texans Talk Podcast. I'm your host, Jamarcus Goodo, and today the Texans defeat the Tennessee Titans 26-3 in the return of C.J. Stroud and also in the return of Will Anderson Jr. Both of them dudes had a day. Shout out to C.J. Stroud. He came back looking better than he did when before he left. He was going through his reads, getting the ball a lot quick. He had 212 yards passing and a touchdown. The offense was flowing today. Bobby Slow was in his bag. They was moving the chains. They had a couple of plays where they couldn't convert on third down. But for the most part, Bobby Slow was in his bag. And I want to give Bobby Slow credit for being able to get the run game going. We have, I can say, officially run game now. Devin Singletary, he passed over 1,000 scrimmage yards, not 1,000 rushing yards, but 1,000 scrimmage yards, combining his rushing and his receiving yards. So shout out to Devin Singletary being able to do that. When he wasn't even a starting running back coming into the season, he was able to take that role when Dameon Pierce went out and he got the ball rolling. So shout out to Devin Singletary, shout out to Bobby Slow for not giving up on the run game. And shout out to C.J. Stroud, man. C.J. Stroud came back from his concussion. He sat out the last two games, was able to see the game from a different perspective, watching it from the TV. And when he came back, he looked good. He was hitting Nico Collins. He was hitting Robert Woods for some big plays. He was throwing some dots too, man. Like the long ball to Nico Collins, he was able to toe tap, and then the other ball to Robert Woods on the deep slant route when he caught on the sideline. That was two good balls, but he's been doing it all year. I just wanted to highlight them two passes because, man, them was some remarkable throws. Shout out to the defense. Man, this defense is playing out of their mind. They had a setback last week versus the Cleveland Browns, but they came back this week, man, looking like they did the week before when they played the Tennessee Titans the first game. Derrick Henry only rushed for 42 yards on 12 carries, so they did good by keeping him contained again. I think DeAndre Hopkins had 5 catches, but the secondary was playing really good. Run defense was playing pretty good. Shout out to Will Anderson. He had 2 sacks on the day, and he only had 12 snaps. So he had 2 sacks and 6 pressures. So half of the snaps that he did have, he got pressure on the quarterback. So shout out to Will Anderson. Shout out to Derek Barnett, who played good. They was abusing whoever was that left side, whether it was Jalen Duncan, whether it was Andre Dillard. They was him and Will Anderson was having a feast on that left side over there. Shout out to Christian Harris again. Christian Harris had come to his own. I know earlier in the season he had his snap count. He had his snap count lower because he wasn't playing that good ball earlier in the season. Yeah, they were really highlighting Blake Cashman. But man, Christian Harris had a day. He almost had a pick 6 on that 4th down stop, but he dropped it. But you can see the instincts that he had, reading what the offense wanted him to do, and being able to play fast. So shout out to Christian Harris. Shout out to Desmond King also, man. Ever since Desmond King came back, man, he been playing some good ball. He always around the ball. He getting past deflections. I know he had the bonehead play when he hit Ryan Tannehill after the whistle, but to his credit, he said he didn't hear the whistle, so he was playing through the ball. He was playing, through the whistle. So that's what you're supposed to do. If you don't hear the whistle, you keep playing. So I like that out of Desmond King. And we were still able to get the stop anyway. And that was on the play what I just mentioned with Christian Harris almost getting the pick 6. So they was still able to stall out on their drive. But shout out to Desmond King for making his way. Shout out to Tierra Tar. He was in the trenches, eating up the run game. He was waived by the Tennessee Titans a couple weeks ago. We was able to get him off waivers. He came and they showed why the Tennessee Titans should have kept him on that roster. Jalen Petrie played better than he did. It was a play that he did give up. I think to DeAndre Hopkins early in the game. Well, actually, the play where we could have got where we could have shut him out after Will Anderson got the 2 sacks like late in the second half. DeAndre Hopkins was able to catch a 14-yard pass and put them in field goal range. So it really could have shut them out 26-0, but they got the little cheap field goal at the end of the second half. But shout out to the defense. Defense played good. They was 1 for 12 on third down, or 1 for 11 down. I think it was 1 for 11 or 1 for 12. So not only converted 1 third down, they did get a couple 4th down conversions. But other than that, the defense played good. Defense played outstanding. Matter of fact, I don't think no ball was caught on Derek Stingley. I think they scared to throw Derek Stingley away. Now he became a ball hawk. He began every time the ball is thrown his way, he get a hand on a couple balls. He even came up in the run game. I know y'all seen the play where they went in the Wildcat and Derrick Henry was the single back there. He got the ball and they stood up. They stood on business. Derek Barnett was able to set the edge, and Derek Stingley came and did his part. He even picked him up and they swarmed to the ball and made a good play. So that was a good play. The stadium was loud. I was in the building. The stadium was loud the whole time. So shout out to the fans for coming out and showing their support and swarming, just like just like D'Amico Ryans wanted them to do. So shout out to the Texans fans. Shout out to the defense. Shout out to C.J. Stroud, Will Anderson, and to this whole squad. Now it's time for playoff football. Now it's time for win or go home. We got a primetime game. We was flexed to play the Colts Saturday at 7:15 p.m. So shout out to the NFL for recognizing us and putting us in the bright lights. CJ Stroud gonna come out and play. Every game from now on is a playoff game. You want to go home. So we keep winning, we stay alive. So we just gotta keep on winning. CJ Stroud gonna come out and play. He's good under the bright light. Y'all seen what he did in the Georgia game. Only losing by a field goal when most of his players, Marvin Harrison Jr. went out early in that game. They never had Jackson Smith and Jigba the whole year, so he was really put the team on his back. And that's the type of play I'm expecting to see from C.J. Stroud going forward, playing meaningful football. So I'm fired up. I'm ready for Saturday. Can't wait. I'm ready for some real football now. We're putting the league on notice. Everybody noticing what we can do now. Everybody's starting to tune in, what they should have been tuning in, but now everybody's starting to tune in and see what we can do. We on the Indy now. I want to do, I'm going to do an Indy breakdown in my next video. So be on the lookout for that. And make sure y'all like and subscribe, man. I really appreciate that. It really means a lot to me. If y'all like and subscribe and share this video, comment, give me your opinions on how y'all feel about the Texans and how y'all feel about this game. Go Texans.